What the fuck is up, everybody? I hope y'all can hear me. I hope everybody been doing good. I know I ain't been up here in a couple of days. I really just been, sitting behind the scenes, soaking in some information. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come up here and drop some more receipts in a little bit when it comes to these Tarotten hoes, the dirty family secrets, and I'm gonna get back on my back down memory lane. I should have a show up probably for tonight, or if not tonight, it's gonna be first thing tomorrow. I've been switching up my schedule a little bit, y'all. Now let me tell y'all why I did this particular show. A lot of these women up here in all of these different sectors, most of them are religious women. We talk a lot about the religious men, how chauvinistic they are, how much of narcissists they are. And we're not talking about all religious men, but there's just so many different titles that is given to them. But we never truly look at religious women and how wicked they can be, how manipulative that they can be when they use God and Jesus and Allah and Yahweh and Yahweh Shah and all these different titles, whatever they use, to mind fucking manipulate people into thinking that they're righteous or they're somebody to be followed, and all of them is a bunch of bullshit. Now, I'm focusing more on these Tarotten hoes, and it could be friends of theirs, people that's in families, things like that. But it's a lot of these hoes that's in a lot of these different sectors. So the first thing I want to do, and y'all let me know if y'all can hear me when you come in, if somebody can do that. And also, if y'all could keep me updated and let me know if I'm going in and out. I'm going to give this about one more minute, maybe two, and then I'm going to go ahead and start pulling names. I want to see who these fakes is and who I was in these little groups and stuff together. And then we're going to get a little deeper and see what they be doing in their inner circle, what type of, activities, because they pretend to be pastors and deacons and, the mothers of the church and, all them old fake ass titles that they get. But what is their real lifestyles like? We got the spiritualists and the card readers and all of this bullshit. And I hear a lot of them over there are always talking about God and Jesus and everything. But majority of them is some of the most wickedest bitches that I've ever seen. So like I said, I'm going to give this one more minute and then I'm going to get started. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start getting some names. I want to see some of the names of these people. They could be fake spiritualists, fake evangelists up here. They could be targeting people. They could be cult leaders, because a lot of these people, they use religion for cults. So I would like to say that as well. I want to get some names first. And, some church names might come out. You know what I'm saying? Locations. It could be any type of information come out, but I know it's a bunch of these fakes up here. But a lot of them is in the community as well, camouflaging themselves. And anything else that falls out, I'll call it out afterwards. I'm looking for the names right now. And I got 4 stacks, 5 stacks that I got out here. I don't know why, but sodomy was one card that stayed up here by itself. So, and we talking about religions, all of these phony ass people that's following these cults. So sodomy could be something that's going on inside of these cults. Excuse me, y'all. That car stayed up there by itself. And we talking about all these fake ass pastors, deacons. We know it's a lot of stuff that go on, but we're specifically talking about individuals in this Tarotten group, whether they're in SVDL, the House of Consciousness. I'm talking about any of these organizations or fake ass platforms that's up here on YouTube and the surrounding platforms, social media platforms. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Let's see what came out first. We're looking for names right quick. We got Nakia. And then we have Harris. Mayor Kasim Reed. We have Gator. Theo Red Boy Anderson. T-Baby. We looking for names. Myra. And these could be their real names as well, even though they might have, Terrier platforms, or they might be people that's in the chats. And then on the back, we got Blackfoot. So we might have some people that's into Black, that is Blackfoot, bloodlines, tribal worship, or things like that. We looking for names right now, but when there's something on the opposite side of the name, I put it out there. So let's continue. We got Big Herman, or somebody's name could be Herman, or it could be a big person. And then we have Thief. And we're looking for names. Anything else that comes out, I'll call it out in the end. Oliver. And on the back of Oliver, we have rooming houses. We're looking for names. We got Nelson, and Getaway is on the back of Nelson. Antonio Black Harris. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Squirt. That could be somebody's nickname. On the back of Squirt, we have fake death certificates. We got Jews out here. KP or PK. That could be somebody's nicknames. PK or KP. And then Jews is on the back of that. We're looking for names right now. The fake Christians, the fake Muslims, the fake Tarotten readers. We got Rogers. On the back of Rogers, we have toenails. We got Lily. On the back of Lily, we got the CIA. We got Ursula. We got Ursula and truck drivers on the back of Ursula. So some truck drivers could be significant or, involved in some cult-like shit. We got Miss Sue, and on the back of Miss Sue, we have Zone 5. We looking for names. We got Stephanie. And then we got Shoes. Shoes is on the back of Stephanie. We got Paul and Susan. Akaya Travis. Bud Light. And that could be somebody's nickname. I don't know why, I'm getting that somebody's nickname. Maybe somebody drank a lot of Bud Ice or Bud Light or something. And somebody references them as that name. We looking for names, y'all. Anything else that came out with this? We got Tasha with an O. We have Nicole. Attorney Christopher Miller. On the back of Attorney Christopher Miller, we have immigration violations. We got Daphne. On the back of Daphne, we got herpes. We're looking for names. We got Betty, spelled Betty. On the back of Betty, we have truck drivers. These could be these people's names as well. We know it's a bunch of fake Christians, old fake ass church going bitches that done clicked up, and these the main motherfuckers stealing people's inheritances. These the main motherfuckers who run around here putting candle rituals and doing all type of animal sacrifices and blood rituals and sleeping with everybody's men and women and shit. So we got to make sure that we pay more attention to these wicked ass women that's in these organizations, just like we talk about the men. What am I saying wrong? Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm looking for names, y'all. I'm going through the rest of the cards. We got King. Somebody could call themselves King. Swift. JJ 7000. On the back of JJ 7000, we have Lakewood. Thomas. Quint. Junebug. Somebody's nickname could be Junebug. And then on the back of Junebug, we got Inheritance Theft. Tony Adams. Johnny, spelled with a Y. We're looking for names. Going through the rest of the cards that came out with this stack. Jordan. On the back of Jordan, we have abusive parent. Hall. That could be somebody's last name. And on the back of Hall, we have 5 Points Martyr Station. SVDL. We know it's a lot of wicked ass motherfucking so-called religious nuts over there. And then we have King and Queen that came out here. So that could be something that's going on too, because a lot of these people like to be references that. So that okay. And then we have Daryl. On the back of Daryl, we have Peachtree Street. We got Rebecca, Moo. Frog, that could be somebody's nickname. Stephanie out here twice. Stephanie is out here twice. Erica. We know that bitch Free Spirit. That's who I get from that. This bitch Erica. This whole name Free Spirit, who was over there with SVDL. And that's funny that Erica came out right behind SVDL. Buddhist. Candace. And on the back of Candace, we have Atlanta Detectives. This is the first stack of names. I'm going to go back through the names again. I'm going to go back through just the names, and then I'm going to flip. I'm going to go back through the rest of the stuff that came out with this stack. We talking about fake Christians, Muslims, evangelists, shit, Buddhists just jumped out here. Fakes. So we got Candace, Buddhist, Erica, Stephanie, Frog, Moo, Rebecca, Daryl, Queen, SVDL, Hall, Jordan, Tony Adams, Johnny spelled with the Y, Junebug, Quint, Thomas, JJ 7000, Swift, King, Betty spelled with the Y, Daphne, Attorney Christopher Miller, Tasha spelled with the O, Akaya Travis, Bud Light, Susan, Paul, Stephanie again, Miss Sue, Ursula, Lily, Rogers, Jews, KP or PK, Antonio Black Harris, Squirt, Nelson, Somebody let me know if y'all can still hear me. Sorry about that. I stopped off on Nelson. Somebody let me know that y'all, shit off. On the name Nelson. Okay, we got Oliver, Myra, Blackfoot, T-Baby, Theo Red Boy Anderson, Gator, Mayor Kasim Reed, Nakia, and Harris. Okay, these are the other cards that came out with these names. We got Sodomy. I hope y'all can still hear me. Thank you. Thank you very much, Forcible. We got Sodomy, Atlanta Detectives, Peachtree Street, 5 Points Martyr Station, Abusive Parent, Inheritance Theft, Lakewood, Lakewood Drive, Tracking Devices, Herpes, Immigration Violations, Shoes, Zone 5, Truck Drivers, CIA, Toenails, Fake Death Certificates, Getaway, Roaming Houses. All right, let me get the rest of the stuff that came out with it. We got Thomasville, Candler End, Wisteria Way, Douglas High School, North Avenue, CNS or SNC, that could be a bank, Peachtree Road. We have 6, Denver, Commons at Imperial Hotel, rooms 140 to 150, Swingers, Georgia. We know it's a lot of fake ass churches and shit down here, fake ass pastors and shit. Howard Street, Atlanta, Georgia, 30317, cocaine. Dreadhead bitch. I thought I smelt that hoe. A toxic witch. Baby trap. Damn, dreadhead bitch, a toxic winch, and baby trap just came out. We got Rally Rucker Funeral Home. The summer. Make sure ain't nothing on the back of none of these. All right. We got 1985 to 1990, 1975 to 1980. We have Navy Federal, 2nd Avenue, Gold, John Hope. That could be some apartments or some rooms, 310 to 320. That's the first stacks that came out. Oh, hold on. I just see these over here. And look at this shit. Now, we looking for fake pastors and organizations and shit. We got drug trafficking that came out here. We got Florida probate courts. And we know a lot of these motherfucking pastors and these fake spiritualists and readers and shit is inheritance thieves, not the father. That came out. We already seen baby trap, dreadhead bitch, and toxic, dreadhead bitch and toxic bitch. Then we got thief and the name Big Herman, bisexual, warts, Masters Inn Motel, Oakland City, and a stank bitch. All of that came out with them first set of names. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons. Let's see who else the fake Christians, Muslims, Hebrew Israelite, these harlot whores. Because it's a whole lot of them out here. And I'm not saying that we're supposed to take the focus off the harlot ass men and shit. Hey, brother, nobody, how are you? Let me know y'all can hear me. We got a lot of fake ass religious people out here, and they've been using religion for capitalism. They've been using religion to tear up homes and families. And I'm just saying specific organizations because, like, everything that you do is like a ritual or, maybe religious because it's just something that you have faith in and that you follow. But I'm talking about these toxic ass people out here who build in these cults, like these polygamous relationships or these polyandry relationships, because we got a lot of women that's sleeping with a lot of different men and nobody never wants to speak on it. There's a lot of these church bitches that slept with the deacon. They done slept with the pastor. They done slept with the goddamn sunbeam choir. They done slept with every goddamn body. Why is it always the focus is on the men and we don't never talk about these wicked ass women? And you might know some of these people, and some of these people could be victims, because churches, organizations, and things like that, they take advantage of people. They definitely take advantage of people, especially if you the type person really needs assistance or you the elderly or something like that. So some of these names could be, and then you got cults. You got a lot of these E.F.I cults too. I want to make sure I throw that out there. They all think they E.F.I. They all think they so spiritual and in tune with the universe and shit. And these motherfuckers have from drunks and drug addicts. I be trying to figure out what gods they talking to. Just saying. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'm going to sip me my tea. I've been on a little tea this week. Let me sip my tea and I'll be right back in here. All right, let's get back to it. We got pastors and deacons. Look at this shit. And Mitchell. Pastors and deacons. We already know that shit. ATM theft. Now, let me tell you why I feel like this will come out with all these fake religious people. Because a lot of these people do, like they get all these collections and shit in their organizations. They get 501c3. Like, it's crazy funding coming in everywhere. And they building all these big ass churches and shit like that. But let's talk deep about these organizations because that's what they is. They have hidden crimes in them. It's a lot of bad checks and shit that go to churches, credit card frauds and thefts, identity thefts. There's a lot of people that's in congregations that don't even know that the pastor probably got a house in their name somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then they send these wicked ass women out to act like they are virtuous women. That's the term that they use. But in all actuality, they're just a bunch of harlot ass whores. I hear a lot of them bitches over there be calling people Jezebels, but they be drunk while they calling folks Jezebels. Or they just been sucked a dick while they calling folks Jezebels, and then they go to church. All them wicked ass hoes. Watch how many of them don't be live tomorrow early because they're going to be in the church. But they're going to keep up shit all night tonight. But let's get back to the names. We got Uncle out here and Roberta on the back of Uncle. We looking for the names. We got Randy Sample and Rhonda. And let's remember, these people could have worked rituals on these people. Some of these people could be dead. Some of them could not be dead. Some of their identities could have been stolen by these church people. We talking about all this, whether they Muslims, Hebrew, Israelites, Christians, Catholics, I don't give a fuck. If you don't want to hear the truth about your phony ass organizations, and if you not following that shit the way you should, then oh well. We got Tony Truitt. We got Miss Ann or Miss Annie, the Ghetto Burgers. We looking for names right now. Anything else that came out, I'll call it out at the end. Anything else that came out, we got Naomi, and then we have mental health on the back of Naomi. Brick House. That could be somebody's nickname. And let's remember, some of these people is dead. These could be nicknames because it ain't just one person that use these nicknames and stuff like that. So if you know somebody else with this name or something, you feel they resonate with the shit that we talking about, then, put it where it fit. On the back of Brick House, we got football coach. Anything else comes out, unless it's on the back of a car, we got Quan. And then on the back of Quan, we got Macon State Prison. We got Randy Sample and A1. A1 could be somebody's nickname. And then A1. Now I'm gonna call this out last. Now this is interesting that this Randy Sample name would come out here. But it's okay. I seen something else. And some of these people are allegedly dead because we gotta question shit around here. Tommy Sotomayor. We got Nathan. Cubby or Chubby. On the back of that, we have wrongful convictions. Milton. And on the back of Milton, we have prison. Weaver. Evans. Tory Little. Interesting. Randy Sample and Tory Little. And what I get from this was some type of ritual. Because we already seen Junebug and all of this stuff came out here. We seeing shit. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons, please. Anything else that came out with this stack? I'm looking for the names right now. We got Eunice Glass Powell. On the back of Eunice Glass Powell, we have stalking. We got Joshua Griffin. On the back of Joshua Griffin, we have divorce. Gucci Man. And on the back of Gucci Man, we got bruises. And a lot of these people who name coming out could be into, secret cults, organizations, Masonic lodges, sororities. I'm just saying, anything that and everything can be tainted. It's some good people there, but it's also a lot of bad people. We got Gresham, and on the back of Gresham, we have activists. Bro and Emmanuel Williams. Cookie, that could be somebody's nickname that, is involved, or could be one of these, fakes. Anything else that come out, I'll call it out at the end. We got Terrence, Quinn, BDB, that's somebody's nickname. On the back of BDB, we got Memorial Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. Blackbeard, that's somebody's name. Blackbeard, Venus Taylor, Shavonda. On the back of Shavonda is Interferion, Nipsey Hussle, Carter Road, Tangela or Tangy, Charles Sanders. See, some of these people could have been sacrificed. Some of these people could have been, organ harvest. Some of these people could have been used in satanic rituals. Some of these people could have been targeted, and some of these people could be the ones that's doing it. And look what came out after that. Ritual. And Ernestine. Ernestine is on the back of Ritual. Miss Minnie, and Rick. Now let's see what else came out. We have one more with names. We have Johan, Akeem, Stokes, Naomi. We done seen Naomi twice. Larissa, South Central, Watts, Bobby Hudson, Sam Cook, Geronimo Pratt, Deb Prez, Prodigy, Gambling Concerts, Driver, Security, and Shayla. Okay, let's see what else came out with this stack of names. We got September, we have March, we have a Sugar Mama, Burgess Elementary School, Coercion, Prostitution Ring, Uber or Lyft, Stone Mountain, Georgia, Baby mama, the Cobb County Police Department. And there's a lot of people, even that might be in the police system that, has worked rituals and did all kind of crazy ass shit. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons, you guys. And let me know if you guys can hear me. I hate to have to keep asking y'all that. But the internet has been acting kind of crazy down here. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get to the next set of names. The next information. And I'm going to go ahead and pour all of these. So this might take a second. So I don't have to keep going back and forth. So I can get to the next stack of cards. Because I really want to get into some information about these fake ass organizations and churches and, cults and shit that's up here recruiting people. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And y'all might know some of these people. If you're fake, and I'm going to say this, it's a lot of people that come up here and run their mouth all the time, right? If you really pay close attention to what a lot of them saying, you'll be able to tell who fake. They go to talk about all Jesus and God and then the holy tabernacles and all that shit. Shut the fuck up. Y'all whole fake as hell. People who really do worships and shit, they don't have to go back and forth every day and trying to convince other people that not only that they the real deal and they this high priestess and this divine feminine and divine masculine and all these old phony corny ass titles that you hoes have created in your own little fucking circle. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all of that. If you bought that, then it would show through your fucking actions. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And let me see what the hell else that came out. Now we just looking for names right now. Bebe, Joyce Jones, Roderick Jones, Corey Jones, April, Khadijah Abdullah, Mike, Brittany LK or KL initials. Anything else that come out again, I'll call it out at the end. I'll be wanting to get the names first. Cameroons, we have Cameroons and Sharkey's. Roderick DeWan McBride, and we got AI or IA. Auntie Mo. On the back of Auntie Mo, we got Avondale High School, the Nation of Islam, Yellow Boy. That could be somebody's nickname spelled BOI. And we have on the back of Yellow Boy, Metro Fair Housing. Okay, I'm going through the cards, y'all. Anything else come out? Let me do when I get to another name. We got Miss Dot. And on the back of Miss Dot, we got Land. We have Anthony. We have Collins. Woodrow. Somebody name could be Woodrow. On the back of Woodrow, we have AR-15. Dr. Leslie. Frida. Constance. Garfield. Freebands Casino Rico. Brescia. On the back of Brescia is Politics. Katia Mathis. Interesting. Rooster. Stabbed. Tenosha is on the back of Stab. And Rooster could be somebody's nickname. We got Mary Truitt. Trick, T-R-I-C-K, is on the back of Mary Truitt. So somebody could be tricking off. Because we have T-R-I-C for trichomonas. And then we have trick for tricks. So we got Mary Truitt. The nickname Honey, or somebody's name could be Honey. Danger is on the back of Honey. We got Fareed. Marietta. Lorenzo is on the back of Marietta. River could be somebody's last name. River or Rivers. And on the back of that, we have Satellite Terrorist. Uncle Tony. And let's remember, these could be victims of rituals. They could be victims or belong, to these fake churches, or being members of these fake churches, or they could actually be the fakes that's in these churches or these organizations or whatever I have in this title. We got LGBTQ plus A, that's I call them the alphabet. We got Jernigan, and on the back of Jernigan we have AIDS. Alex, and it's spelled A-L-I-X-S, A-L-I-X-S, and it's 1950 to 1953. That's on the back of that card. We got the name Bruce. On the back of Bruce, we have Lucky Street. Hollywood, that could be somebody's nickname. Pooh, P-H-O-O-H. Roosevelt Sleepy Morris. Griffin. Rashad Cox. Mimi. On the back of Mimi is motorcycle. Edward Hope Smith, age 14. NBPP, that's the New Black Panther Party. Properties is on the back of the NBPP. Laura, Wells Fargo is on the back of Laura. We got Gentile and a creep. And we already know Gentiles. We know what they is. Or we can use it as genital or genitals. And we got a creep on the back of that. But I'm going to put that one over there with the rest of the stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We going through the names. We got Baby Leah Boyer. Uda. Jeffrey Mathis, age 10. Tim, A-L or L-A. Al. We got Armand. Josh. And on the back of Josh is Wayne Williams' dog. Fannie Willis. On the back of Fannie Willis is Husky. Deborah Hall. Andrew Jackson. Jarvis. Pool Creek is on the back of Jarvis. Lacreta. Carjacking is on the back of Lacreta. Edward Edwards, a sex offender. Nuki. The H.O.K. Coliseum. Baby Cameron. The African Griot. Felicia Morris. DeAndre. Crips is on the back of DeAndre. We're looking for all the fakes and frauds who into rituals, E5, fake Christians, fake Muslims, or some of these people could be victims that has been targeted by these fakes. Some of these people could have had their funerals or a funeral or a death or something faked or something at these churches. You just got to put out, or at these organizations, you just got to put it out how, where it resonates. Polygamous organizations, polyandrous organizations, sister wives, all this old crazy ass shit. And we got Neo X, and on the back of Neo X, we got Sisson Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia. Maria. On the back of Maria, we have Four Seasons Apartments. Cheese, that could be somebody's nickname. Lester Anderson. Green Eye, that could be somebody's nickname, or somebody could have green eyes, but I'm looking at nicknames. On the back of that is Beaton. Meridia Davis Johnson. On the back of Meridia Davis Johnson is planted evidence. We're looking for names of the wicked, or maybe they victims, anything, wherever you put the information. If you know about this circle of individuals, then you'll be able to figure it out. We have Frederica, and then on the back of that, we got Bad Chicks. We got the Argument League, Peaches, Corey Eugene McClure, Monica. On the back of Monica, we got Plain, Tanjanika Lee, or Little Bit, Hosea Williams, Sylvia Renee Morris, Funky Pussy Cop Shy, Tila Black, that could be somebody's nickname. Calvin, spelled with a K. On the back of Calvin, we got Graveyard. Cat, spelled with a K. On the back of Cat, we got Judges. So we probably got some wicked ass judges that's fake ass religious people, and setting up wrongfully convicted people, helping people steal inheritances and all of that old crazy ass shit. But they go to church on fucking Sunday or Saturday and all of that old shit, and act like they so holier than thou. Maybe somebody need to check me by what I'm saying if I'm saying something wrong. We got Todd, and that's spelled with two D's, and on the back of Todd is New York. Jennifer, and on the back of Jennifer, we have Simpson Road, J.P. Brawley, Joseph E. Boone, Ashby Street, Howell Mill Road. Lima, or also known as Muir University. On the back of that, we have storage units. Speed, violation of Anti-Bribery Act is on the back of the last name Speed. Woody, Gerald, Franklin Morris. Stalker is on the back of Franklin Morris. Koala. Ho is on the back of Koala. Shan. Browns Mill Road is on the back of Shan. Chanel, or Chanel, or Channel, or Chanel. On the back of that is room 120, rooms 120 to 130. Taz and Nyla. On the back of Taz and Nyla. Hidden cars, houses, money, jewelry, safes, and land. Jabari. On the back of Jabari, we got East Side. We got Candy, spelled with a Y. Robin. On the back of Robin, we have Slut. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We got keto. On the back of keto, we have ecstasy. We got Tommy, spelled with the Y. L.I.F.E, Chisa. Intuitive Goddess 333. On the back of Intuitive Goddess, we have Forged card titles. Vet, that could be somebody's nickname, or somebody could be a vet, but I'm looking at nickname. Blunt Force is on the back. Okay, let's see what else fell out with this stack. Hold on, we still got some over here. Hold up. Let me call these out. Let me see if any names is in here. We got Dre, Nene. Dirt bike is on the back of Nene. Melissa, Hora or Antoine, Laura, Rachel. That could be somebody's whole name, or that could be two people, Laura or Rachel. Lil Roy, Derek Dub Walker, Frank, Talan. That could be somebody's name, or that could be a location. Okay, now let's see what else came out with this. We got devil or satanic worship. We got black magic, 0 to 100, zone 6, HIV. We already seen AIDS, because there's a lot of that shit going on in these cults too. They be getting all these people involved in these wicked ass relationships, passing around all these diseases. We got Mason Avenue, Rib Shack, correctional officers, Rupert Road, Delaware, demons, traffic, America's Best Value Inn, conspiracy, kidnapped, 1950 to 1955, arson, Stardust Circle, 100 to 500, Hunter Leon, Murphy High School, Tennessee, rooms 330 to 340, rooms 110 to 120, Tire Marks, Truist Bank, North Dakota, 1955 to 1960, Hiding Info, Cons, Savannah, Mississippi, East Lake Meadows, the GBI, mailbox thefts, Iowa, Lucretia. That was on the back of mailbox thefts. So we seen Lucreta. So you all don't get confused. We seen Lucreta and Lucretia. We got Pine Glen Circle, past polygraph test, Oregon, deceased, dirty judges, nails, Wisconsin, liars, 200 rooms, 200 to 210, stabbed. No, I take that back. This is strangled, Tennessee, ACH. That could be Muslims and or bank accounts. It could be ACH for Muslims or ACH for bank accounts. We got South Carolina probate court, sex trafficking, clones. And you know what? I do be thinking that. I be feeling like a lot of these people is cloned. Some of them took over these folk bodies because they ain't got no souls. A lot of them. And if you really look deep into certain people's eyes, you can kind of see that it's something that's just not there. You know, like they be zooted out or zoned out, or, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in another motherfucking dimension. And you got a lot of these hoes who play with mirror magic and all of this shit, and a lot of them be conjuring up shit, and they don't know what they be doing, and it comes out and it eventually just takes over these people. You got Scars, Indiana, Zone 1, Genital Anna Creek, North Carolina, and Furs. All right. I'm finna get down to the last the names, and then I ain't gonna do no get just a little deep. I wanted to make this a real good one because, like I said, a lot of these women, and that's why I said pay close attention to these names and stuff that's coming out. They need to be stopped. It's a bunch of these bitches wicked as hell. I'm talking about every day is just the same shit. All they know how to do is sit up and, just really fuck with people and shit. But I'm talking about people who's supposed to be religious. If this what Christian motherfucking bitches act like, or Muslims, or you know what I'm saying, Hebrew Israelites and shit, this is one reason why a lot of people don't want to be involved in none of y'all shit. If it's all about sex orgies and passing a motherfucking collection plate, down low using drugs and talking shit and fucking with people. And I'm not saying all religious people are involved in this type of shit. I'm just talking about the people that's in these little groups and what we see everybody around here trying to follow. These hoes be on pills and all kind of shit. They be drunk. They be doing all type of shit. And it's a way to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something they do. Y'all know I smoke fucking bud. But you ain't got to have the shit all on the camera. Come up there and be sloppy ass drunk and all the shit that y'all be involved in, which clearly tells you that these are the wicked. These are the same people that was in Babylon. Sodom and Gomorrah, these the same motherfuckers who flipped off the goddamn mountain when Moses was standing up there. But these individuals will go sit at the table with these folks. Even Jesus fucked up by having the 12 disciples. It was too many people he had to watch, too many sellouts. Yeah, I like Shasta hit the notification. I'm probably come out. It's a whole lot of churches, a whole lot of church. I'm finna try to hurry up and get through these names. These hoes out here howling to the moon and shit. These bloodthirsty demons, they got ears to the wall and to the floor, and they all outside your door throwing shit and getting together, drinking they goddamn wine and all that old bullshit. I be laughing at these folks. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. All these hoes do is sit up here and keep up shit. That's how you know they messy. These ain't nothing but a bunch. They call everybody else Jezebels. Bitch, y'all hoes Jezebels. Can't none of y'all over there keep your legs closed. Can't none of y'all over there produce no motherfucking money or do nothing. Y'all just sit around and talk shit and tell lies. Everything y'all get is a lie. Whether you're stealing from people, whether you sitting up that line to make a few dollars, y'all hoes is just really wicked and want people to look up to y'all as pastors and deacons and true spiritualists and seers and shit like that. But all of y'all be fucking. I bet you every last one of y'all hoes woke up on a dick this morning on the Sabbath. Somebody better get me. Them hoes went to sleep on a dick last night at the start of y'all spirituality. Y'all religious. Notification about shit. And see, y'all won't let people stay minding their business. I stay behind the scenes. I'm over here worrying about getting me something to eat, sit, trying to keep my motherfucking mind focused and get new things going. But all y'all hoes can do is cackle for 24 to 48 motherfucking hours round the clock. When one of y'all bitches get off the platform, another bitch come up there, and another bitch come up there, because you hoes is clicks and views bitches. When you should be sitting your ass down somewhere on the Sabbath. I'm talking to these fake ass Hebrew and the Israelites. I'm talking to the fake ass Christians and the fake ass Jews and Muslims and all you motherfuckers. Even through Ramadan, you motherfuckers is killing people. I know my brother was murdered during Ramadan. So how the fuck we supposed to respect anything that y'all talking about when it comes to these goddamn religions, when the only thing you doing is taking people the fuck out in the name of y'all gods or Allah or Yahweh? Shut the fuck up. Cause I'm sick of y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I hope y'all can hear me. The truth hurt. Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me, because I had to go out and come back in. I'm trying to get somebody time to, give me a little feedback in the chat right quick so I can keep going. Because I don't want to be calling out all this shit. Embezzlement is on the top of one of my decks. Embezzlement. And we know a lot of that go on in the church. So we gonna leave that out there. And on the back of embezzlement, Gary Jones, and he just mysteriously died from a fentanyl overdose. A lot of these people are also being targeted for insurance money. People getting them fentanyl and all kind of bullshit. We got Donald Trumbull Funeral Home out here. And we got Kisa out here again. And we done saw Kisa once before. And the first one was spelled Kessa. This one is spelled Kissa. So we got those few cards that was right there. Let me see what else that was. Then we also had mineral rights thefts and Hawkins. Hawkins is on the back of that. We looking for names. Anything else, I'll call it at the end. We got Dee Dee, and Game Room is on the back of Dee Dee. We got Jeffrey Morris, Tara, Wolf, Michael Bro, Mike Stevens, Lil Derek, House of Consciousness, Calvin, spelled with a K. Somebody named Calvin for real. It's certain name. When you see names come out a bunch of times, you are in these 5, 6 different decks of cards. On the back of that, we got Corn Middle School. We got Walt Baker, Patel Cartel, Tina and Laura. Thutmose, and Thutmose is somebody's nickname, or that could be a god they worship. We got Tutu. On the back of Tutu, the cigarettes. Megan, Chip, Tempest, that could be somebody's name. Tempest. Lakeisha Travis, Uncle T.H.U.G, On the back of Uncle T.H.U.G is bitch. Health problems. Health problems. On the back of health problems is Keller Road. And I wasn't trying to call it out, but I'm going to put it up there because I already called it. We got rooms 300 to 310. We got Maceo Bice, Precious, Mary Worthing. On the back of Mary Worthing, First Avenue. We got Chris or Christopher. Damn, this bitch Megan out here twice. Rick or Ricky, spelled with a Y. Home mortgage loans are fraud on the back of Rick or Ricky. Uncle Tom Terrell, Scoot, Eleanor, Marvin. On the back of Marvin is Thailand. I don't know why I feel like a lot of people's going over there doing rituals. You know, going over there stealing. Some of these folks be going overseas getting shit. You got Little Gator, Wanda spelled with the O, Cedric, Inglewood on the back of Cedric, Solar Mind, Alfred Jumbo, Morris Jr. Let's remember, some of these people could be wicked. I see a lot of predators and pedophiles and stuff coming out here, but a lot of these folk were Hebrews or Israelites or Muslims or so on and so forth. And a lot of these people could have been victims of these individuals. Let's remember. Because everything is connected to the wickedness, from the churches to everything, from platforms, fake to rotten holes. They could be stalking other people. But look at all the shit that's coming out with their names, though. We got Sister Noble. On the back of Sister Noble, we got Panthersville Road. We got Miss Dolly spelled with the Y. Lady Law. On the back of Lady Law's Avondale. Vez Mom. Dun Dun. Shanita Nicole Anderson, mother. Tupac Shakur. Peanut. Stacy spelled with a Y. Sabrina Slayton. On the back of Sabrina Slayton is LaGrange, Georgia. Pooh Lady. Cheater is on the back of Pooh Lady. Cynthia. Sydney Chandler. Ohio is on the back of Sydney Chandler. Daniel. Big Gator. Gibson. Ant or Antoine. Matthews. Ellis. Tremaine. On the back of Tremaine, mineral rights violations. Demetrius. Kiki Hall. Ayana. Iyonna. Framed on the back of Ayana. John. Bank accounts on the back of John. J Prince. CJ or JC. TEE. Perjury on the back of T. Taharka Bay. On the back of Taharka Bay. Emory Decatur. And I'm going to tell you something too. When you got people like Nepal and all these folk like that, and like I know for a fact, Holly and all of them was over there putting candles and all type of shit on me. Hey, Urban Alchemist. I got pictures. I could believe that Sinetta and all these folk be doing rituals, and rituals could be anything, talking shit about a motherfucker. But I think they go a little deeper than that. They be doing after people platforms, praying on people platforms and all kind of bullshit. So when you hear certain names come out and things like that, make sure you pay attention to stuff. Because it was a ritual for all of them to get together and come at all our platforms like they did trying to shut us down. It's like we could have been sacrifices. I know I was. A lot of these people could have been sacrificed for somebody else's wealth or somebody else's, advances, or somebody else, they could have thrown a motherfucker under the bus. Oh yeah, we don't fuck with that person right now. We'll take contracts and shit like that. A ritual don't always mean somebody slaughtering animals and shit. Somebody let me know y'all can hear me. We got Shaman Anderson, Mark, Auntie Ethel, Juicy, Toot. On the back of Toot is German Shepherd, Willie White, Ben X, Gail spelled Gail. On the back of Gail, we got Keller East. We got Tweety Bird, that's somebody's nickname, Simpson. And on the back of Tweety Bird, we got Simpson Road. Sergeant Wyatt. On the back of Sergeant Wyatt, we got Fidelity National Bank. We got Snoop. That could be somebody's nickname. Then on the back of Snoop, we got KKK. We got Deborah, Rob Bass. The name Kiki. L.I.F.E is on the back of Kiki. We got Rachel, Turk, Delante, Stanley Morris. We got Hindu out here. McFadden and Whitehead. And that's an estate. But we're going to put McFadden and Whitehead because a lot of things that surrounded their deaths was mysterious. And we already know that they were sacrificed because of the way they died. So that's why I said pay attention to certain shit, because a lot of people's estates and shit is popping up out here as well. On the back of McFadden and Whitehead, we have fingers. Titania. On the back of Titania, we have yellow and green fibers. Lil Ree. Jake. Annie Lois, Louis. And Annie is spelled Annie. We put the names first. Everything else that falls out, that stuff fell out, I'll read it at the end. Bobby Joe. On the back of Bobby Joe, we got Minnesota. Tamara. Mahia. Nut. And Mahia is also a location in Texas, but that could be somebody's name as well. We have Harrison, Sheila. Chipley could be somebody's name, or it could be a street. Marquila. Experiment is on the back of Marquila. Melvin. Clifford Jones. Mr. Benny, spelled with a Y. Kickaboo. Juicy out here twice. Ladybug. Anastasia. Sam or Samuel. New York Probate Court is on the back of that. McClure, DeKalb Medical is on the back of that. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons. We got Tanya and Stallings. Gracie, Southside, on the back of Gracie. Tinka, on the back of Tinka is 1995 to 2000. Bridge could be somebody's last name, or we could be talking about a bridge. So I'm going to put that up there. And then RV or motorhome is on the back of that. Gangster Disciples, Methodist. Mo P, Eastern Stars on the back of Mo P. We know they some wicked motherfuckers. Not all of them, but we know it's a majority. We talking about this little group of people that's on this title. We got Momo. On the back of Momo is Cherokee. Alfred Evans 13. On the back of Alfred Evans is Stench. Big Black Banks. On the back of Big Black Banks is basketball coaches. Hattie. On the back of Hattie is Collier Heights Apartments. We got Uncle Sam, and that could be somebody's uncle, actually. I'm not talking about Uncle Sam, like, per se. That's somebody's uncle's name. And on the back of that, we got Mechanicsville, Georgia. OG double D, Bobby spelt with a Y. Sandra Robinson, Anissa Shabazz. Malachi Z. York. Lonzo. Nathaniel. Chris Harris. Scooter. On the back of Scooter is Bloods. Renee. On the back of Renee is Four Wheelers. Michael Martin Luther King Jr. Judah Nazareth or Torah Knights. Sean. On the back of Sean is Citizens Trust Bank. Willie Donaldson, Andre. Shantresa. Alberta McClure. Chris Shonda. On the back of Chris Shonda, we got June. Salem. Fake bitch on the back of Salem. Mash Jids. Temples. Money Rich. That's somebody's nickname. Cupcake the Boy. Kawan. Wanda with a back of that is down low. Ronald Eric, No Nostrils Having Riggins Jr. Lakeisha Carter, Coonflower or Moonflower, somebody's nickname or YouTube page. For it's a name that came out here, right, y'all? But I'm gonna hold this and do a little bit more research because I kind of felt some stuff, but I'm gonna just hold out for a minute. I wanna do a little more research. Let me know that y'all remember what I said, and I'm gonna make sure I come back to this name in my next show. I wanna really see what's up with that because I had a kind of feeling about something. Leonard Holloway, Melissa, Bird in the Curve, Snakes is on the back of that. Queen Cascade or Queen Escade, that could be another YouTube page. 2000 to 2005. Fareed, SpongeBob on the back of Fareed. This name Chanel out here twice. 220, yeah, 220 to 230 rooms on the back of that. We got Sunny spelled with a Y. Ellenwood on the back of Sunny. Belinda Lester, Jackson. Ethan, All the fake spiritualists, fake and then let's go to the rest of the stuff that came out. I always go back through the names. Chanel, Fareed, Queen Cascade or Queen Ascade, Bird from the Curve, Flower or Moonflower. That wasn't a name. That's something else that fell out with the other stack. We got Auntie Ree. We got Ronald Eric Riggins Jr. We got athletes to come out with a Moana, Temples, Mash Salem, Krishanda, Shantrisa, Alberta McClure, Willie Donaldson, Andre, Sean, Judah Nazareth, a Torah Knight, Michael Martin Luther King, Renee, Bloods, thing be messing up. Okay, I think I am. We got Chris Harris, Nathaniel, Malachi Z. York, Lonzo. I'm going back through all of the names like I always do, y'all. Sandra Robinson, Anisha Shabazz, OG Double D, Bobby spelled with a Y, Uncle Sam, Hattie, Big Black Banks, basketball coaches, Alfred Evans Disciples, Eastern Stars, P, Bridge or Bridges, Methodist, Gracie, Tanya, Stallings, Tinker, McClure, Anastasia, Ladybug, Tamara, Bobby Joe, Annie Lewis, Lil Ree, Tatanya, McFadden and Whitehead, and that's spelled Toot. Aunt Ethel, Juicy again, Shaman Anderson, Mark, Sabrina Slayton, Tahaka Bay, TEET, Demetrius, Kiki Hall, J Prince, CJ or JC, John John, it's not disconnecting, okay. Antoine or Ant, Gibson, Sydney Chandler, Dun Dun, Miss Dolly with the Y, Sister Noble, Ved's mom, Lady Law, Alfred Junebug Morris Jr., Cedric, Marvin, Thailand, Wanda with a O, Little Gator, Eleanor, Uncle Shug, Chip, Megan again, Toot Toot, Patel Cartel, Walt Baker, Calvin, House of Consciousness, Bill Derrick, Michael Bro, Mike Stevens, Wolf, Tom, just fell out with this. And you know what? Let me see how long I've been up here. I'm gonna make this one short. I'm gonna go grab something to eat and come back. I'm gonna leave my cards out. We got health problems, Keller Road, rooms 300 to 310, child abuser, Rocky Ford, ambulance, hairs. All of this stuff is referencing churches, organizations, any of that. Missouri, being hunted, Pittsburgh, Georgia, bodies, Cab County Commissioners, music industry, date. Familiar status, Chateau, spelled Phato. We got the Army, Idaho, not me, them. Damon Couples, Egypt, Safe, Chicago, Alaska, Clark, New Jersey, Arkansas, Boulevard, Spiritualist, Zone 3, Cuts, Dumpster, North Carolina, New Mexico, Melvin, Kingston, false marriages. We know it's a lot of that go on in the churches. Weed, and you know something I want people to think about too, like a lot of these fake. You be finding out marriages and all, but this bitch had the nerve to be a guest speaker at my grandmother's funeral. Can y'all make this shit make sense? Because these hoes is wicked as hell out here. We got Kentucky, South Dakota, and I could prove it because she's on my grandmother's obituary for bitches who be saying I ain't got no receipts. Don't play These motherfuckers is on family members' obituaries as speakers and crying crocodile tears and all up in the funeral and shit, acting like they had so much respect for me and Myris. But you bitches was involved in the theft. I can prove it. Alabama, New Hampshire, stabbing, murder, Warlock, North Fort, Illinois, Kirkwood Road, Wyman, Winston Manor, McDaniel Street, and they got all these wicked motherfuckers stationed everywhere. We got Alabama, truck stops, clothing, marriage, wealthy woman, Adams Funeral Home, Newport's Orgy or Orgies, Memphis probate court. That's interesting. We got and let me read these last two out. We got Joshua Bain. This man keep coming out. All these different like certain victims and stuff I put on cards, but it's crazy. Joshua Bain, black 5'9", 165 pounds, male, last seen November 29th, or November 29th could be somebody's birthday or something could have happened. 2024. Tuesday, Eyes Brown, 641 West Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia, age 25. And then we have Tubby, Farley, Anderson, John Reese, Papoose, forged insurance policies, Columbia Circle, Jonathan Reese, Northwood, T. Make sure y'all can hear me. We got Colorado. We got Martin, Edgewood, Lmactfo, Samantha, Houston, Slavery, ICU or UCI, Gregory Dillard, Gregory Dillard or Robert Dillard, both juniors, either Ricky Lee, Shaheen, Kyron, Brittany Diffuse Dyke Morris, Mario, 2010 and 2015, Sugar Daddy, fake rapper, rapist, Masons, backstabber, Big Dre, here another mysterious death, police, Gates, Reese, Zone 4, May, Tree Drive, we only got a few more hours or whatever. We got two names came by here. I'm gonna keep them to the side. I got two names. Just remember that it's two names because I want to do a little bit more research. I kind of felt some stuff, but I want to be sure. I don't like to put out accurate shit. So when certain stuff come out of readings, just remember that I had two names, and I'm gonna come back here on them two names. To make sure the victims targeted or was involved. I got my ideas, but I'm gonna go do a little bit more on these names. We got Sunset Lodge, George. Put it this way, if they name come out again, I'm going to put it out there. We got Mississippi. We got Mukai. We got Kirkwood Elementary School. We got Rituals. We have Dana, Kinetic, Mildred, Miracle, three. And I'm going to come back and do some research. Bug, Beetle, Shih Tzu, Chihuahua, Pit Bull, Yorkies, Shaggy, Poodles, any color, kinds, or sizes. So that's all the rest of the information that came out. I'm not even gonna say Thug Life tonight, y'all, because they do sacrifice people. It's churches that are sacrifice people. Beulah Baptist Church. We got shit. What is that shit? Israel Baptist Church. I mean, we got the Reverend Ikes out here. We got a whole lot of these churches that's scamming and busting down insurance policy checks and all kind of shit. Because if it's a big mega church or small church, I'm just saying, or they 501c3, Allah and Yahweh all that all day, and then at night they burning candles and they cutting off chicken heads and messing with cats and having sex orgies and paying people to come out and stand around your door, move upstairs around the corner next door to you, and come out at a certain time and try to spray shit under your door and do all type of bullshit. Watch where you take your trash out and go dig in your trash. You and then I'm gonna come up here and cover a few videos because Savage Intuition, the gonna be a lot of critical shit. Cause like, how the fuck would y'all know any of that stuff, right? At all, for real, if you don't have hidden cameras around somebody. And some people need to start checking their shit, boy. These men and all this shit, these cameras, that's how they this how they know where you're born. Just keep it a stack. Audacity to sit up on these goddamn platforms and pour them fake ass cars and call people Jezebels when they the ones. Every last one of them, just about. I'm gonna say 99% of them, cause it's always a 1% of real niggas, and everything else be fucked. They sit up there and talk get second, wives and all this shit. Feminine and all that old weekend to the point where they don't roll the shit out. It's like a motherfucker don't even want to hear that shit. But like I said, when you're dealing with clicks and views hoes, and they will camouflage themselves behind religion and EFI and all that other shit, you have to watch yourself. And that's a lot of these fake assholes up here. They ain't even getting clout no more, so they just doing anything. Cause motherfuckers stop paying attention to a lot of these hoes a long time ago. I got a bitch out here, all these. Let me tell you. these niggas saying nobody made me. And you been a failure ever since I stopped fucking with you. Can you make this shit make sense? Can somebody please get me? Cause I know they be playing with bullshit. Somebody in the chat let me know if y'all hearing what I'm saying. Cause this right here very important. How the fuck can motherfuckers walk around and talk about they making certain people? They talking about they making people. Oh yeah, I made that bitch. Or if it was me, this pull a card. She want me to, bitch. That be violated. So that shit is closet. But it seems like to me, every time you tell them about their fake ass organization, they don't know shit about it, but they feel like they have the right to defend it. Cause that's what all these folks get up here and do. They don't do nothing but read Bible scriptures. And then one more fake ass motherfucker quote Mark, Matthew, and John to me and all that shit saying the same exact thing, I'm gonna show ass out. I don't fuck how nobody feel about what I said. I'm frames and shit. And how everybody in the Bible but Jesus have a fucking history. He don't have no history. His shit jump timelines. It's like goddamn carbon copies around this bitch, and we already know what the fuck that means. So if you feel like you got a problem with me speaking my truth and facts about the shit that's being taught out here, if you bitches read the Bible instead of quoting the fucking Bible, you might shit the fuck up and stop trying to tell me how the fuck I see the book. And then go run too. Cause I'm sick of hearing that shit. Oh yeah, my name Muhammad. Yeah, you know, my name Fufakahu. Oh yeah, you know my name is goddamn Farusa. You know I'm just yeah, man, get the fuck on with all that shit. Y'all just like the Patel cartel. Y'all ain't did nothing but take on one name up under all them identities. But who the fuck is y'all? Who the fuck you really is? Like you got Aliyah Muhammad. It's really Aliyah. Talk about when she loved the hoes always talk about the white man and all this shit, but these hoes be trying to be light bright, damn no white up here. These ain't nothing but a bunch of mammies. Mm-hmm. These hoes, shout out to my boy Sarah Soon said it. They got cracker toasters, cone de real, around this motherfucker. And I'm sick of it. Man, because ain't nobody worshiping. Okay. Now I hope this everybody was able to hear me. I'm gonna get up off here because I gotta get me something to eat. I was gonna pull a few things about these people's backgrounds and shit. Let me see if anything come out. I might just get two or three. Let me just get a few of them, just to see what the hell go on in the church, what their mentality be like. I ain't gonna get too many. Run through these real quick. I'm gonna go on. It was in my humanity deck, cards of humanity deck. More than one thing, cause I don't know if my okay, Cards Against Humanity. Let's see what popped out with these folks. Scooby Doo. So it's like mysteries. It's a lot of mysteries that's going on with these people. or it could be a group of folks, and everybody know each character in Scooby Doo, Shaggy, Scooby, what is his name, Scrappy. Damn, I can't remember all of them. That was my favorite cartoon. It's like mysteries being solved, or mysteries that's being hidden that needs to be solved, making yet a thing, but in a porta potty. And that's interesting why that would come out. I'm gonna talk about something else because we just had somebody over in our area to recently pass away, and they found him in a porta. It's continuing. He was connected to a lot of churches around here. It text that just says talk. That means pick forsaking God. Look at this shit on the bottom of my deck. Forsaking God. Right after a text message just saying, okay, forsaking God. My own personal 9/11 and something born. My personal 9/11 for to be at least to 300 cars in this stuff that's popping out. Shitting into a pill, shitting into a pelican's mouth, farting so hard you dislodge your IUD. Maybe somebody got an IUD. Maybe somebody going through something, or DUI, because that could be backwards. Or somebody's disgusting, they break wind in public or do some old nasty shit. Some type of, and a lot of these folks do this shit, be false accused somebody in these groups. Because I know they falsely accuse me of some shit. Crippling economic sanctions. Because they be over there misappropriating funds and shit, faking deaths and shit, lying about insurance policies, and then they'll tell you know they'll put on the paperwork that you donated all your money to the church. You did. They don't stole your shit, and you donated this to the church. Cause the churches they gotta get they cut. Gotta get they because we got a lot of fake pastors today. Sylvia Funky Pussy Cockshy. Any of my plates. Counting all of my plates every night to make sure nobody stole any of my plates. Ain't that what churches do? Ain't that what these congregations do? Count their collections plate every night and make sure ain't nobody took shit. But they the biggest thieves that we dealing with. How the fuck is they counting the collection plate, making sure ain't no plate gone, and everything in the motherfucking plate they done stole? Whether it's been lying, there is deeper than them just so called worshiping whatever it is they say they follow. Assisted suicide. Now, what I get from assisted suicide is people actually poisoning folks and doing certain shit. When I see assisted suicide, that's just to me another form of murder, or doing whatever they doing. Cause you can't assist nobody in. I You are not spirit. Who the hell are you to decide that you're gonna assist somebody? It could be like, you know, pulling a plug, A lot of people that got fake powers, attorneys and stuff, and have decided that people's lives is to go, and they didn't have that right. So we have to look at all of those type of things when we talking about, you know what I'm saying, assisted suicides. A lot of that shit to me too, meaning that somebody just took these folks out and said saying that with people, because I don't even claim bullying, because can't no bitch bully me, because I'm gonna come up here and keep what they be on. It's a lot of these folks who think they be cyberbullying. We got a few more in person. The church you go to or the organizations that you're involved with, because we got 7 Day Adventists. We got all type of motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? We got Jesus Christ, the Latter-day Saints. We got monks. Need to pay attention to the founding daddies, because sometimes you could be going to illusion. It's called infiltration. If you full-fledged, let's just say you Muslim, and there's a certain way that Muslims are supposed to worship, and you go into these off-brand or off, you know, and leading your ass down some Jim Jones shit, or some goddamn Reverend Ike shit, or some Tammy Faye. What his name is? What is it? Jim and Tammy Baker? What the fuck their names were? Some Marilyn Manson shit. Balloons. And what I get with balloons, they probably behind money, whatever, all type of shit in them balloons. Having a small penis, but a huge and this is something that I deal with as far as osteoporosis, but I also understand that interferon and certain injections and shit that they was using to try to use it as a motherfucking any whatever, so they take me out of insurance policy. I rose up. Look at this shit. So it's a detective that's in somewhere in the car looking for the murderers. Mm-mm. Emotional labor. The Filipinos really Hitler. Damn. So I guess some of these folks just saying it's a lot of this go on. So we got homopathic nonsense because they talk that shit. But they be the main ones that's involved in certain relationships. So why discuss it? Ooh. And we know it's a whole lot of Scientology and all type of shit go on. going into goblin mode. Yeah, that's what they do after they get in there and get transformed. One of those Fox News bimbos. 200,000 student debt, or is it 200,000 they done stole? Fucking my husband's brother. Now we got a whole lot of people always over there talking about they got master's degrees and shit, but we know they really some fucking losers because a lot of them look at this shit and stealing an election. Now we know it was a bunch of shit that was going on with the election and stuff like that with Donald Trump. And I do know a lot of people that is involved in this little cult down here doing shit around that time, and then right behind that came out missing children, sex right next to the dog, disruptive financial technologies that redefine the relationship between banks and clients. What I get from that is they've been hacking, resetting the goddamn router. Look, that's what this card resetting the goddamn router came out right after disruptive financial technologies that redefine the relationship between banks and clients. Because a lot of these people working in there, Greta Thunberg, they are playing with their life. Russian roulette. And then look at this. A 7-hour black and white film about the collapse of a farming collective in post communist Hungary. Now, we could be talking about somebody's farm. We could be talking about, black and white shit. It might be some, you know, I'm going to say prejudice on behind the scenes or by relationship. And that's gonna be it, y'all. I'm gonna come back up here later. I really gotta get something to eat. If anybody wants to know what juice that was my car, and once you start paying attention, you'll be able to see through some shit instead of being so stupid and following people. And this is crazy because three main names came out. I want to keep saying that. And this is crazy as hell. I'm gonna go do my research on these names though, because they could be victims or involved, and I don't want to really say what I want to say right now because it's gonna be on, back in the day, but it don't matter. Involvement is involvement, and right behind each other. And then when I come back up here, I'm gonna start out with these three names, whether they were involved or not. And I'm gonna be very specific about what I was able to pull. All right, y'all. I love all of y'all. Y'all know it's good. Like the hate you give little infants and fearful environments is fucks everybody. And definitely be careful. This shit forsaking God still came out. I was just trying to play with the cards. Forsaking God, because that's what they be doing. These some actually read the fucking Bible. Racial slurs is somebody behind the scenes right now making them motherfuckers, but I don't give a damn. Cause see, it's a difference between being a racist and prejudice. You can make your racial slurs all you want to, cause everybody's a racist. Everybody's a gonna get one of them. That's what I suggest. Other than that, one nation, power to all the oppressed people. And I'll be back up here as soon as I can. I hope everybody was able to hear everything. Brother, nobody, please hit me up when you get a chance. I got your other email. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button, y'all. If you would like to support the channel, the information is at the bottom of the screen, and it's always in the chat during, the shows or whatever. I want to thank all my people from coming over here and continuously supporting my show. Y'all, I'm just trying to get all of my comments up. I will be back on my back down memory lane shows. Like I said, between tonight and tomorrow. I might come back up here tonight. It just depends on how I'm feeling after I grab me a little meal or something. And if I hear some fuck shit though, I will do that. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Peace and power, everybody, and I'll see y'all in a little bit.